Hi, my name's Jo Crofts. Welcome to the Cytobee Local File Management Software tutorial. This tutorial has been made to introduce you to Cytobee and help you get started using the software. If you would like a free trial, please visit the website below. You will also find links to the installation guide and the user guide here too. When you first open the Cytobee software, you will be asked to create a user account. Selecting No on this dialog will close the software. When you have selected Yes, a new user dialog will show. So let's create an example user. The password needs to be 6 characters as a minimum. Press OK. And now we will see that the user has been successfully created. So now we need to log in using our new credentials. When opening for the first time, you will be asked if you will accept the EULA, the End User License Agreement. And we can now use the software. So this is the workspace for Cytobee. It has a Windows style ribbon for ease of use. The application is split into 4 main areas: the Files Libraries area on the left, the Tag Search area up here at the top, the File List area up here, and the Navigation area at the bottom. On the toolbar, there is the Select Folder button. You use this button to select your source folder or folders where your FCS data resides. So I will connect to one of my folders. Once the link to the folders have been created, the software will then show all folders and files within the source folders in the new files library ready for looking at. You can open the folders and see what files are within each. If there are any more files that have been added to your source folder while you've been working on Cytobee, you can press the Check for Changes button and any of these new files will be brought into the new files library ready for you to actually tag. Highlighting one or more files in the files list will enable the Add Files To drop-down menu, and here you can choose to either add files to local, meaning that the file links to the source folder location and any added tags will be stored within the local database. Add files to cytobee-hive, which is internet-based file storage and workflow solution. Add files to Cytometry, which is the online version of the storage and workflow solution. You can only add files to these if you have connected to them with address and a password. Here, I'm going to add a file to the local library. So now you can actually see that adding this file has also added the folder structure within. To add or edit a tag, simply highlight the file or files you wish to tag and either right-click and use the Edit Tags option, or you can use the Tag button on the toolbar. The Tags dialog will show, and this contains the keywords from the current file. To add a tag, press the Add button. This will add a row at the bottom of the keyword list, which you can manually type into each cell. The first being the name of the tag, and the second the value that you want the tag to show. So I will create a tag called Diagnosis. and the value I shall use is CLL as an example. Press the Save button, and then don't panic if you don't see your tag. We need to customize the columns to show your new tag name and values. Go to the column headings and right-click and select the Customize Columns. This will bring up a dialog with the list of keywords present. You can either scroll down to the new tag, or you can use the filter text field to search for your tag name. Once you have found it, select either by double-clicking on the name or highlight and press the green arrow pointing to the right. This will move it to the In Use side of the dialog. The In Use side of the dialog currently shows the displayed headings. If you need the location to be shown, you can also check the checkbox near the bottom of the dialog. Press the OK button when you are finished and the columns will update. Now I'm going to add a folder to the local library, so we've got more files to tag. You'll notice that once done, the file will disappear from the new files library and now appear in the local library. There we go. So if I highlight more than one file at a time, I can tag those files with the same tag, like this. I can also add other tags to the files. This will enable you to really drill down to what you want to find and analyse further should you need to. So I will now set up a few of these different tags. And create a week 1, week 2 and week 3. And I'll now do some a little further away, and I'll make these week 3. So once this is done, we can then search in the tag search area for the diagnosis of CLL, and you can see the tagged CLL files are all pulled in together into one list. If you are wanting to analyse these files further, we can now press the Venturia 1 button and they will open in Venturia 1 software if you've got it on your local PC, and import the files into a new playlist ready for analysis. If you don't have Venturia 1, there is always an extra option that you can export. This will lead you through the export wizard, and you can export playlist files only. This is for use on Venturia 1 on local computer. Playlist and files, which can be used on Venturia 1 on another PC, or just the files only, which you can take to another PC and use to analyse the files on whichever software you have. So select the location of the files to be saved. On the options where the files are saved out, you can also export the created tags with them. Select the Next button and export will take place, and then press the Finish button to close the dialog. The tag search area can be used for Boolean searching to help you find more specific files. So if I now search for the CLL plus week 1, the search will show just the week 1 files that have been diagnosed with CLL. You can also use Boolean searching to exclude tags too. So, for example, if I wanted to look at only week 1 and week 3 patients, I could search for CLL minus week 2, and that would display only the week 1 and the week 3 tagged CLL files. There are some options on the right of the tag search area, which you can also set. If you are wanting to look within the current folder, or all subfolders of that currently open folder here, or you can search in all folders within the local files library, so all of these. In the File Libraries area, there is a right-click function on the library folders which allows you to check for changes, delete folders, or refresh the list. At the bottom of the Files Libraries area, there is a Search Results list. This is a list of previous searches, and if at any point you wish to go back to one of these, instead of having to search all over again, you can select the search that you need and the results will be shown. So I can go back to the CLL only search and then go back to the week 1 search. Within this software, you have the capability of connecting to our file storage and workflow management software, cytobee-hive and Cytocentral. If you have either of these, you can connect by adding the URL and the username and password for that software. Once connected, you can then add files from Cytobee to the selected software either for storage or to be used as part of a workflow. You can see and read more about the Cytocentral software from the link on our website. At the top of the workspace, we have a few more menus. The File menu is where you can exit the software. The Edit menu has the options to select all files in the files list, select the source folder. The My Account option is where you would enter your information to connect to either cytobee-hive or Cytocentral, putting in the URL, selecting the port number, and entering your username and password for that software. The My Details tab is where you would go to change your password when needed. The last option in the Edit list is User Management. Since I've been the first person to sign into the software, I automatically become an administrator. So within User Management, I can add users, reset passwords, and disable or enable users if I need to. Under the View tab, you can check for changes, customize columns, and you can change where the navigation bar appears, so either below the tag search area or at the bottom of the workspace. You can also choose to have the new files library shown or not. Handy if you've got large file structures in here, or if you already have added all your files to the local library. The Help tab, Help Contents, contains the user guide for the software. The next option takes you to the license dialog, where you can request a new license and you can see the version of Cytobee that you're using. The About option will also show you the version that you're running. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this Cytobee tutorial. If you are interested in a free trial, please go to our website, which is on the screen. Thank you.